Imagine the dense, tropical jungles of Central America. The air is thick, humid, and fragrant, filled with the chorus of unseen life. But there is another sound you can hear if you hold your breath and listen closely, a whisper from the stone. It is the voice of cities that vanished, but did not perish. Cities like Tikal, Palenque, Copan, and Chichen Itza were once the heart of a mighty civilization that surpassed its contemporaries in astronomy, mathematics, and even in the art of predicting the cycles of time itself. They were architects of the impossible, visionaries of the cosmos. So why did these sprawling metropolises turn into ruins, strangled by roots, becoming a refuge for jaguars and monkeys? What happened to the people who built pyramids that rivaled Egypt's and left behind calendars that still spark debate today? Tonight, we journey deep into the jungle, deep into history, and deep into our own consciousness to uncover the secrets of the Maya. History, rise and collapse. The Maya civilization flourished in what is now Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador around 2000 BC. But it reached its spectacular zenith during the Classic period, between 250 and 900 AD. This was the era when powerful city-states rose, adorned with towering temples, precise astronomical observatories, grand ball courts, and opulent palaces. The Maya developed the most sophisticated writing system in the Americas, a hieroglyphic script that recorded their history and rituals. They conceived one of the most accurate calendars of the ancient world and a complex mathematical system that included the concept of 0 centuries before it was known in Europe. Tikal, the colossal city in the heart of the Guatemalan jungle, was a superpower. Its temples, like Temple 4, soar 70 meters into the canopy, piercing the sky. Imagine priests at these summits, burning sacred incense, tracking the movements of Venus and Mars, and making decisions that shaped the fate of tens of thousands. The city was a pulsating heart of commerce, religion, and power. Palenque was a city of sublime art and profound mystery. Here, in the Temple of the Inscriptions, archaeologists in 1952 uncovered the tomb of the ruler Tikal the Great. His sarcophagus, sealed beneath a massive stone slab, became one of the world's greatest archaeological sensations. The intricately carved lid depicts Tikal in a complex, symbolic pose, an image that would later fuel endless speculation. Copan was the Athens of the Mayan world, a city of sculptors. Its hieroglyphic stairway, a monumental staircase recording the city's history, and its stele, stone monoliths carved with the lifelike faces of rulers, are so realistic they seem to gaze across centuries directly at us, their expressions frozen in time. Then, the unthinkable happened. Around the 9th century AD, the southern lowland cities experienced a catastrophic and rapid decline, the Maya collapse. One by one, the great centers fell silent. The construction of stele and grand monuments ceased. The royal palaces were abandoned. The jungle began its slow, inexorable reclamation, swallowing plazas and pyramids whole. A civilization that had thrived for millennia entered a dark age, leaving behind a mystery that has haunted historians ever since. Mysteries and theories of the collapse. What catastrophic force could have felled such an advanced and resilient civilization? The truth is likely a perfect storm of calamities. Environmental catastrophe, scientific evidence, including sediment cores from lakes, points to severe, prolonged droughts that plagued the region for decades. A civilization heavily dependent on maize agriculture would have been brought to its knees by famine and water shortages. Furthermore, deforestation from urban expansion and the production of lime plaster for their buildings may have exacerbated local climate change, creating a feedback loop of environmental degradation. Warfare and socio-political upheaval. As resources grew scarce, warfare between competing city-states intensified. Inscriptions shift from recording births and accessions to detailing captures and executions of rival kings. The social contract between the divine kings and their people shattered. The populace, suffering from famine and constant warfare, may have lost faith in their rulers' ability to appease the gods, leading to widespread rebellion and the abandonment of urban centers. But these conventional explanations leave room for deeper, more perplexing questions. Why were cities across a vast region abandoned in such a seemingly synchronized manner? Why did their complex writing system fall into disuse so completely after the Spanish arrival, as if the very memory of their knowledge was systematically erased? And what is the true meaning behind their long count calendar, with its cycles spanning millennia, which famously ended in 2012? Conspiracies and esoteric interpretations. Where history leaves gaps, imagination and conspiracy theories rush in. Some believe the Maya possessed knowledge that remains beyond our grasp today. Advanced technology. Esoteric researchers propose that the Maya pyramids were not merely temples, but giant energy devices, resonating with the Earth's magnetic fields or even acting as conduits for cosmic energy. The precise alignment of structures with celestial bodies is cited as evidence of a sophisticated geomancy we no longer understand. Extraterrestrial contact. The famous lid of Pakal's sarcophagus is the centerpiece of this theory. To some, the ruler does not appear to be descending into the underworld, but is instead depicted in a reclining position, operating a complex machine with controls, an exhaust, and what looks like a viewing device, a Maya astronaut. While mainstream archaeology dismisses this as a misinterpretation of Mayan cosmology, the image continues to captivate. Prophetic knowledge and dimensional travel. Perhaps the 2012 date was not a prediction of a physical apocalypse, but a spiritual one, a marker for a global shift in human consciousness that we are currently experiencing through technological revolution and global crisis. Even wilder theories suggest the Maya elite didn't just disappear. They transcended, using ritual knowledge to step into other dimensions, leaving their stone cities behind as a shell. These ideas, while unproven, speak to the profound and unsettling legacy of the Maya. They force us to question the linear progression of history and consider the possibility of lost epochs and forgotten sciences. Analysis and philosophical conclusion. What we know for certain is that the Maya were one of humanity's most brilliant and original civilizations. Their cities are not mere ruins. They are stone libraries, each a line structure a page in a cosmic text, each stela a historical archive, each hieroglyph a desperate attempt to shout across time to future generations. Their collapse serves as a stark, timeless lesson. It is a case study in ecological overshoot and the fragility of complex societies. They were, in many ways, a mirror of our own world. A technologically advanced culture that may have pushed its environment beyond a sustainable limit. Their story is a warning that resonates with urgent clarity today. No civilization, however magnificent, is immune to the consequences of ignoring its balance with nature. Yet, perhaps their departure was not a mere failure. Perhaps, with their profound understanding of cyclical time, they saw the end of their own age not as an end, but as a necessary transition. They understood that all things, kingdoms, eras, and worlds, have their season. The jungles hid the Mayan cities, but they could not erase their memory. Today, as archaeologists clear another pyramid and linguists decipher another glyph, we draw closer to answering the fundamental question: who were the Maya, and what was their final message to us? Perhaps their greatest lesson is a reminder of the cycles of time, that every age has its dawn and its dusk, that we, too, stand at the threshold of a new, great cycle. So, when we listen to the whisper of the stone in the jungle, we are not just hearing the voice of the past. We are hearing a warning, and perhaps an invitation, to become wiser than they were, and to choose a different path forward.